Here we are doing a rollover push, making a figure eight around the two cones forward and backwards. The key here is to stay on your toes as you're dragging the ball over and shifting forward and backwards. Here is the 4-cone ball mastery. I'm using my laces to drive the soccer ball to the nearest cone, using the outside and inside of my foot to cut around the cones, making sure I'm alternating using both my left and my right feet. In this next video here, you'll see I'll use my left foot to drive with my laces to the next cone, using the outside of my foot to turn around the cone. The key is to make sure we're changing speeds in between as we're accelerating to the next cone in front of us. Also, don't be afraid to change up the pattern as you're going around the cones using both right and left feet. In this video here, I'm using my toe touches to drive the ball in front of me and then use a rollover to change direction. I'm making sure I'm staying on my toes. Here in this video, I am just simply changing up the pattern in which I'm going around the cones, simply following the cones, going in a diamond shape using the outside of my foot to accelerate around the cone. Here I've changed the pattern up again, simply driving to the cone in front of me and then fanning out to my right and to my left, always going back to my start cone. It's important that I'm accelerating in between, and I'm using my instep to turn around the start cone and my outside of my foot to turn around the rest of the cones. Here is our 4-cone sprint circuit. Here I'm accelerating to each cone in a diamond pattern, making sure I'm reaching down to touch the cone and always heading back to my start cone. As I'm accelerating in between, I'm making sure I'm bending my knees and I'm not bending my back. 3 times around is 1 set. We're looking to complete a minimum of 4 sets. Here I'm creating a Z, making sure that I'm accelerating to the cones in front, backpedaling to the cones behind, and side shuffling to the cones to my left and to my right. Here I'm creating a 360 all the way around the cones twice, making sure I'm circling the cones twice, accelerating again in front of me, backpedaling behind me. Here you'll notice I'm staying on my toes, making sure my knees are bent, and I'm accelerating forwards and backwards. Here I'm only going 1 time around the cone, again, going to the start cone every single time I make it to the cone back in front of me, making sure I'm pumping my arms and I'm backpedaling on my way back.